apologize if there was a delay, but maybe it was just a little lack of communication there, so that was my fault. Let's see if they're racing. Yep, they are racing. So I do apologize that I didn't get in at the start. I just kind of had some miscommunication there with Slide Job. That was totally my fault. So anyway, again, my apologies for that. So we are getting ready to jump in, and they're on lap 8 right now, I think. So getting myself getting myself in the lobby right now. I apologize for that. And so anyway, with those technical difficulties now pushed aside, let's go take a look at your race leader as they turn green flag laps around Kansas Motor Speedway. It is Merkelman 03 who is currently out front. He's had a pretty dominant night. Not dominant night, sorry, but he's had a pretty good running season so far, at least in the trucks, and he is definitely showing his strength as he is out front leading. But it looks like we might have another contender there challenging him for the lead. To see who that is, I believe that is a 9 of JP Big Dogs. Let's see if I can get to him. Yeah, I was correct. JP Big Dogs in that 9 Napa truck trying to challenge Merkelman for the top spot. This is going to be a long race, 167 laps. So you obviously, of course, want to take your time and just not mess up on anything. Not this early in the race, at least. Continue to stay on JP. And like I mentioned earlier at the start of this stream, I mentioned that if you want to get around this racetrack at a fast pace, you're going to have to run that top line. Well, that is exactly what you guys are seeing right now. Look at all those trucks. We got one in the wall there. Just keep an eye out on the leaders. You can see they are running that high line because, like I mentioned again earlier in this, at the start of this live stream, the high line is the best line at Kansas Motor Speedway for sure. Looks like Merkelman must have gotten in the grass there. So with Merkelman going through the dirt just a little bit there, it is now JP Big Dogs, your new leader, out front, and Merkelman looks like will fall to 4th after that incident. JP Big Dogs, once again, still out front. As he is just, now he has a challenger for the lead. Who is that in that that truck right beside him, that 75 truck? I believe that is, I don't remember who it is. It looks like, let me go try to see him here. As we cycle through green flag pit stops, it looks like some trucks coming down pit road. But let's try to get who that 75 truck was. It looks like it's T.A. Creech. So T.A. Creech in that number 75 truck was challenging JP Big Dogs for the lead there before they came to pit road. So as they both enter their pit stall to get their service. First stop of the night. As they now leave pit road, it'll be JP Big Dogs. He went on the excuse me. He went on the pit road first, and now he will exit pit road first. And after everybody else pits, that should cycle JP Big Dogs out into the race lead. Let's try to go back on him here. Mr. Slide Job. Again, won that All-Star race a couple weeks back. Very dominant performance by him, winning on a dirt at Eldora. More green flag pit stops coming as they get ready to head out of the pits, all side by side there. Little Uzi has some damage on the front of that truck. My goodness. Let's take a look at JP Big Dogs. There he is. And once again, he should be able to cycle back out front once everybody else makes their pit stop. You're looking at race coverage for the running of tonight's Digital Alley 250, powered by Evo HD at Kansas Speedway. We will be right back after a quick word from your local station and a few of these messages. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Digital Alley 250, powered by Evo HD at Kansas Speedway. I apologize for the short little delay there during the break. But anyway, as we continue to look at the 9 of JP Big Dogs, like I said just a little while ago, he should be able to cycle back. He was the race leader, but then hit pit road to get his first green flag stop in of the night. So he should, unless if somebody is playing a huge strategy, he should be able to cycle back out front and potentially win this first stage. We'll see, but take a look at JP. Let's cycle on to another driver here. 71 truck of Cross Me Daddy there. I believe Cross Me Daddy has already already has a win in the Truck Series. I believe so. Let's take a look at Lil Uzi. We saw him just a little while ago. Let's go back on him again. Nice looking paint scheme. That flex seal on the side there. Let's take a look at Mr. Cheeseburger. Mr. Cheeseburger, as he cycles green flag laps around this racetrack. Mr. Slide Job 1996. Let's ride on board with Mr. Slide Job here and take a look to see how he gets around Kansas Speedway here. So he's going down on that flat part of the track that's called the apron. There he goes, passing the start-finish line. Now watch the line that Slide Job runs. I mentioned already. Oh, he gets loose. Looks like he, well, no, feel like he hit the wall. That must have been a lag, internet lag or something. But anyway, so Slide Job, you saw him enter the turn high. Now he entered the turn 3 and 4 kind of lower. Yeah, no wonder why he's getting ready to make another pit road trip. So Slide Job is now going to hit pit road. Let's go ride with somebody else who is racing around this racetrack. That'd be Flat Colt. Let's take a look to see how you see how he is running that middle towards the higher line of the track. So he enters turn 3 and 4 here, kind of in the middle part of the track. Now I believe he's coming low, so I believe he is going to hit pit road as well. Yep, as well as the guy in front of him. So there he goes on the pit road. Some drivers now getting their second stop in of the night. There's a Tasker on pit road. Let's go look at Just Pooh Bear as he gets by, passes Merkle Man up on the racetrack there in the 41 truck. Now Pooh Bear kind of entering kind of lower on that track too, and that turn I believe he is also going to make. No, he actually isn't going to hit pit road yet. I don't know if he already did or if he hasn't yet, but let's take a look at Jersey Devil. He's had a pretty decent season thus far. Aerial coverage tonight provided by Goodyear. The Goodyear blimp just doesn't show up to anybody, so don't be just anybody. Be blimp worthy. It's like Butter Burton. Just came off of the pits there. Moving on to another is Mr. Ace Petty, the man who invited me to join his co-stream a couple of weeks back so I could make my first debut, my debut broadcast, as he makes a little contact with Slide Job there behind him, it looks like. Let's stay on these two for just a few laps as it's a battle for position. They're kind of heating up just a little bit. Side by side, down the back straightaway they go. Ace Petty on the inside, slide job on the outside. Who will have the advantage off of turn 4? And oh! Ace Petty almost made contact with slide job there, but it'll be the 88 that will advance. That'll maintain its position. Ace Petty trying to challenge him. And he tucked in behind slide job, man. He looked like he barely missed him. He almost clipped him. Down to the bottom, Ace Petty goes, trying to get some run going. Ace Petty now following, excuse me, following in the tire tracks. Oh, looks like he may have gotten loose there a little bit. Oh, he definitely looks like he got loose off the turn there because his car or truck just sailed off onto the apron. So yeah, I think he just got a little too free there. It's worn tires for you at Kansas Speedway. This track eats up a lot of tires. Let's move on to a different driver in the field tonight as Merkelman 03, Merkel. Cycling laps around the racetrack under green. Looks like he's having a pretty solid night so far. Here's the 00 Mountain Dew truck of Libert 58. I love that truck. That is a bad looking paint scheme right there. And, you know, bad, you know what, I'm not going to cuss while streaming on Twitch. Bad, but a good bad paint scheme on Libert's truck. I love that paint scheme, dude. Probably the best paint scheme I've ever seen on this game. And I'm not even joking. So, Libert, if you can hear me for saying that when you watch this race, you're welcome. Well, anyway, as Mr. Libert 58 continues to cycle laps around the track, we will step aside for just another quick break. We will be right back. Back here at Kansas Speedway for tonight's running of the Digital Alley 250, powered by Evo HD. It is a NASCAR Winston League Series trucks. As we take a look at T.A. Creech, another one of those Truck Series regulars. And now it looks like they're slowing down, so it'll probably be it'll be the end of the stage here, pretty sure. I'm unable to tell who won that first stage. So as the trucks now cycle under caution for the end of the stage, looks like I won't be able to find out who won the first stage. I'll definitely give you guys an update once I do find out who won. As I go through the gears once again for this second stage start. Let's take a look at the leader here, who Mr. T.A. Creech. As he will clear the 9 of JP Big Dogs. But here comes that 85. Looks like the Hunt Brothers paint scheme. Hunt Brothers Pizza. Oh, T.A. Creech into the wall a little bit there. But he is still able to gather himself back up and still able to hold the lead as the 85 Hunt Brothers Pizza. I'm trying to figure out who that is. Let's take a look to see who is that. Let's see Dabney here. See who's in the Hunt Brothers truck, excuse me. It is Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger now looks to the inside of the 75. Trying to get some momentum going, and he just can't make the pass. That's because he's racing on the inside line, and the higher groove, you can see most of those trucks are running the high groove of the track. That is the way to go around Kansas Speedway. You can't run any other line on that track, and just the high line is the way to go here. That's it. That's it. As now Cheeseburger, he is trying to get something. He was on the inside of Creech for a second there, but now he kind of fell back just a little bit. He's still within range. If he could just get his draft, pick the draft up off of Creech's truck, he could try to use that draft to his advantage here. Looks like Cheeseburger will now, looks like he does have his draft. Trying to get something going. He looks high just a little bit. Into the wall a little bit there for the 85. Now he just looked to the inside, I think. Here comes the 8 truck. It's a 3-way battle for the lead right now. And then there's just a short, small little gap breakaway back to 4th, but that 4th truck could easily try to get his way back up to the lead pack, the top 3. Just take a look at Cheeseburger here. He is continuing to try to challenge the 75 of Creech for the lead here. Let's take a look at 3rd place. See if I can't find him here. Trying to find 3rd place here. My apologies, folks. Give me a second. Looks like there's There's Creech. I want to try to find third for you. That's the Ream truck, the truck with the Ream sponsor on it. There he is, the Dab King. Sitting there in third. Not a bad place. Let's take a look at this epic battle, this three-way battle for position. Almost nearly 3 wide there. Looks like it was 3 wide for a second there with JP Big Dogs, the meat of that sandwich there. JP Big Dogs trying to get something going. He clears the truck behind him, that 98. And now he is behind, I believe that's Jersey Devil. Nilix to the outside of Jersey Devil. Well, Big Dogs, we've seen it all night. Drivers passing other drivers on the outside, and yes, once again, you just saw proof of the high line on this racetrack working out to its advantage. As JP Big Dogs will get past Jersey Devil, and now here comes Merkle Man. Let's take a look at Merkle Man here. Come on, Merkle. There we go. And here's Merkle Man trying to get some run going on Jersey Devil there. Here comes Merkle Man. He peaks high. Jersey Devil sees it and will give him room. And Merkle Man, just like that. I think Jersey Devil just decided to let him on by for right now. He knows he has a faster truck than him, so he doesn't want to force the issue too early. We still got a long way to go. This is only the second stage, and we have a whole 167 laps total in this race. So I see we have one viewer looking at this right now. For you who just joined, we haven't had a little race recap for you. We haven't really had. It's just been kind of a smooth sailing, consistent race thus far. There really hasn't been any wrecks yet on the track. At least none that I've been able to catch. So a really smooth, consistent race. Like I said just a second ago, thus far. You're looking at Merkle Man right now. And now looks like Merkle Man will make his way on the pit road. First green flag stops of, I believe it's the first green flag stops of the second stage. Let's go on through the field there. Mr. Libert, 58. Let's take a look at Georgia Racer there as he gets his, just wraps up his stop. Good stop for the 98 truck. Moving on through the field, you see him on pit road, T.A. Creech. He's been up front for a good while. Right behind him in that 8 truck there is a Dab King. There's a 71 on the left side of your screen there, the red and yellow truck of Cross Me Daddy, I believe. There goes Creech and Dab King to follow him outside of pit road. Take a look here at JP Big Dogs, who was another one of those guys who was up towards the front for a while there. Looks like he's had a solid night so far. don't really see any damage. At least no damage that Flex Tape would have to fix. Once again, we will take a quick break. It's actually going to be just a little bit of a longer, lengthy break this time. I will be back. I'll still be streaming, obviously, but I'll be back at the 40-minute mark for tonight's coverage of the Digilati 250. As we have a battle heating up, I will keep it on this battle here. Again, I will be back at around the 39 to 40-minute mark. Try to make this as fast as I can. So stay tuned and don't go away. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back here. That took a little faster than I expected. So we are back here at Kansas Speedway once again for the running of the Digital Alley 250, powered by Evo HD. It is the NASCAR Heat 4 Winston League Series trucks that are circling green flag laps around this track. As we take a look at Big Dogs, I was able to get just a little snip before I left for a second there of the epic free truck battle for position there. That was pretty epic. I wasn't able to see how it unfolded, but obviously looks like JP and I have been able to hold that three-way battle for position there off. That was really intense there for a little bit. Merkel man was all over the 9 truck. Meanwhile, let's go take a look at Mr. Cross Me Daddy as he works his way on the inside of the 88. That is Mr. Slide Job, and he will looks like he'll complete the pass. But here comes Slide Job. Contact. Trying to get that side draft or something. Now Slide Job trying to send it on the inside of Cross Me Daddy, but will Slide Job be able to clear him? Oh! More contacts. They're side by side. Slide Job has the advantage to the line, but the 71 truck looks like the 88 will be able to slide up in front of him. No pun intended there. But here comes Cross Me Daddy. I'm glad I was able to tune in on this part of the race. This is a heck of a battle. Now, Cross Me Daddy is on the inside there. I have a feeling the 88 will actually be able to clear him, as mentioned earlier a few times. The high side of this track is the way to go. But Cross Me Daddy, he has a fast truck. He will not be denied. Slide Job will be able to clear him there into turn 1. Here there comes the 71 again on the bottom. A little bit further ahead than the 88. Will he really pull a Slide Job? Looks like he will. At least I think that was a Slide Job. But here comes the 88. Back on the inside. More contact. This is some great racing right here. Slide Job and I, for those of you who viewed his first race cast on his Twitch, he and I were talking about it. I told him I want to see some more intense racing, especially as we near closer to the playoffs. But that's just, this is the kind of racing I'm talking about right here. Slide Job will go up to block Cross Me Daddy. Here comes the 71 truck trying to get on the outside. This is some good racing, dude. This is some good stuff. Really epic stuff right here. I'm just loving it. By the way, I did make a not Twitch. I made a Instagram page for this broadcasting stuff right here. So go follow me. Go follow me on Instagram. My new Instagram page I made last night for the broadcast for this league. The name is all lowercase. It is called Winston _league_ and then broadcast. So I'll read that one more time real quick. Lowercase, all lowercase Winston _ then it's all lowercase league and then underscore and then broadcast. Again, all of those characters are lowercase with the 2 underscores. So just to clear that up for you. As Cross Me Daddy will as we will exit pit road there after that hellacious battle with Slide Job there. That was just unbelievable. They were literally just door to door a lot throughout the whole entire track. That was epic. As I take a look at Cross Me Daddy, let's go on to another driver here. That is a 52 Lil Uzi. And just an update, I just got word on who won the first stage of the night tonight. It was T.A. Creech who came away with the first stage win. Let's take a look at Cheeseburger there in that Hunt Brothers paint scheme. It's a nice looking paint scheme on him as he so just trying to see who is that on his inside there. It looks like speaking to Creech, that looks like it is him. That is him. In the 75. Oh, he comes up almost clipping the nose of Cheeseburger there. Almost came into him. Man, that was close. And Creech will be able to clear him there, coming off of 1 and 2. That was close. Let's take a look at Mr. Slide Job there as he works his way past Libert 58 in that Mountain Dew paint scheme. I see we have one viewer right now who is listening in, so whoever it is that is viewing right now, let's go on board with some of these guys, and let's have a JBL sound equipment crank it up from a Digital Alley 250 at Kansas Speedway. Back here at Kansas Speedway, that was your JBL sound equipment. Crank it up. As we take a look at Ace Petty in that one truck. Running well tonight. Looks like he doesn't have much damage on this truck. So as far as keeping her all in one piece, he's done a pretty solid job of it so far. Uh-oh. Got a battle for position here heating up between Merkelman 03 and I believe that is a 53 truck, a Jersey Devil. Let's keep an eye on this. Let's keep an eye on this battle here for 3 or 4 laps. As now Jersey Devil zigzags. Oh, contact. It looks like that is the end of stage number 2. A very huge battle coming to the finish line there. Jersey Devil in that 53, man, he did everything he could to get past Merkelman. Had some good battles all over this track so far tonight. That one between Sly Job and I believe T.A. Creech, that was just epic. Let's take a look to see who won stage 2. As I'm waiting on an official award for who got the second stage. I am messaging Sly Job right now, who is in the race. And it'll be Creech once again, he just told me. Creech has now swept stage 1 and stage 2. Can he win this race? Let's find out as the green flag is back in the air for the final stage of tonight's race. Got some guys that are bouncing off of one another just a little bit. That's got to be scary. 3 wide. We are 4 wide. Looks like there it is. 3 wide. We had 3 wide racing. We've had some 4 wide racing. Oh, we got a truck in the wall there. Oh, we got trouble. Multiple trucks involved. Libert 58 is involved. That Mountain Dew truck, he is involved. The 71 Across Me Daddy is involved. A huge wreck. Heading into turn 1, heading towards the start-finish line area. And that'll bring out the first caution of tonight's race for a caution other than stage endings. What a wreck. Man, that was intense. Georgia Racer 87 in that black 98 truck, he was also involved. Did T.A. Creech get involved? Looks like he may have been able to come away unscathed. Man, tough break for those guys. As a Dab King, you see, I guess he quit or something. Let's take a look at the 9 of JP Big Dogs, restarting 4th. Already 3 wide. Three wide with Mr. Slide Job on the inside as they enter 3. Got a truck in the wall there, and again into the wall. We'll keep an eye on JP Big Dogs for the moment. Man, we got some tight racing going on. There's tight racing in mid-pack. Let's cycle out to the current race leader, who I believe that is. We got a battle for the lead here heating up. Cheeseburger in that Hunt Brothers scheme on the inside, trying to contend for the lead here. Here comes Merkelman on the outside. 3 wide as they come off of turn 2. Looks like they're able to get by clean for the most part. 3 wide again. Here comes the 88 truck, pushing the 9 through the middle there. And who will it be as they come off of turn 4? It'll be Merkelman. Some great racing up here out front, man. This is some great racing. Unbelievable. 3 wide again for second place in the turn 1. Slide Job in the meat of that sandwich there. Not a great place to be when you're 3 wide. Three wide once again, coming off of 4. Contact! This is some great racing, dude. Now Slide Job on the 85s outside there. Oh, the 9 truck at JP Big Dogs just came down on the 85. We got trucks in the wall. The 9 came down on the 85 there, almost turning him, it looked like. Now he is on the outside as everything has calmed down from 1st through 3rd, but now from 3rd on back, things are still heating up. This is some great racing. Just a side note here, personally, I have been at 4 or 5 races total at Kansas Speedway. Now, of course, I've only been to the Cup Series events, the Monster Cup events, on every single time I've been there. I've never been to an Xfinity race. I've never been to a truck race, but the Cup racing to me has brought a lot of great excitement, just like this right now in the Winston League trucks. Looks like everything well, looks like everything has calmed down now for the most part. After contact, fenders bending, and oil scraping. Let's take a look at Mr. Slide Job 1996, who has rallied his way to second. It is Merkle Man who is currently out front. But Slide Job trying to have a run for him. Oh, I heard tires squeal. Who was that? Oh, we got Jersey Devil was involved. Man, I am so sorry. I was not able to catch that. All I heard was tires squealing, and I accidentally knocked my drink over, so I picked it up before it spilled everywhere. But right at that moment, I started hearing tires squealing, and obviously I knew someone was in trouble at the time. But Jersey Devil, I believe the 30 truck of Butter Burton, he may have been involved in that incident as well. Second caution for contact of the night as we get ready as we view let's view the current leader. Now JP Big Dogs, I guess he quit. Let's take a look at second actually right now with Mr. Slide Job. And my throat's kind of sore from 4 wide. Are you kidding me? 4 wide as they come off of turn 2. It is Mr. Slide Job trying to get out of that mess. For those for whoever just joined, you missed it. We were literally 4 wide just this last lap off of turn 2. 4 wide. As Mr. Slide Job is now cycled to third, looks like things might be able to calm down here after another lap or two, but it's not as bad as that last restart. That last restart was chaotic. Now I got a battle for the lead between the 24 truck and Cheeseburger. I can't tell who that 24 truck is right now. It's a Flat Colt. Here comes the 88, trying to make that outside line work. Now he threads the needle, 3 wide. Oh, we got one in the wall. 2 trucks, 3 trucks. Looks like the 71 across me daddy is involved. I think that was Flat Colt, who just completely nailed the outside wall first. Some hard fighting for the lead there, and now it resulted in chaos. In the past 20 laps of this race, the past 20 laps, since the end of stage 2, we have already had 3 cautions for incidents. So there's obviously going to be some tippers flaring possibly, and some more fenders being rubbed off. As this one's definitely not over yet. We're getting squirrely again on the backstretch. Slide Job goes up into Merkle Man there and puts him in the fence a little bit, and now we got one through the dirt. Three wide behind. Oh, we got a truck in the grass. Looks like he is able to save it. Three wide once again. And that is Merkle Man in the middle there. Now they fan out to just double file. Here comes the 88, a Slide Job trying to look on the inside of Cheeseburger there in that hunt brother scheme. And here comes Merkle Man. Trying to make that inside line work. Now Merkelman jumps up top. And now the 41. Side job gets in the wall a little bit. Contact. Oh my gosh, are we kidding me? Oh, there's trouble. Truck's involved in another wreck. There goes Flat Colt, I believe. Just railed the inside wall. And now we are at our 4th caution of the night for contact. As the field cycles through under caution, the caution flag waves out. The pace truck picking up the front leaders. But man, that was it. It looks like there was a hard battle for the lead from either 1st, 2nd, or 3rd on back a little bit through 5th or 6th, and then it just all spiraled out of control from there. God, a lot of incidents on this race so far, but that's only started in the 3rd stage. We never had racing like this in the 1st or 2nd stage. Now it is getting to a point where things are now starting to heat up a little bit. As we cycle back through the green, and Merkelman out front. As they go into turn 1, here comes Butter Burton in that 30 truck. Merkelman in 1st. Now it is Cheeseburger, looks like, who is in 2nd, but Slide Job still hanging tough on his outside there. And then it is T.A. Creech. And then Merkelman. Oh, we got more trouble. We got to truck around. Who was that just wrecked there? It looks like it was Flat Colt. Flat Colt. Once again, another incident for Flat Colt. Now he finally gets his truck up and running. Tough night for the 24 dude. He was running up towards the front for a while. He was having a good night, and then this happens. Just another one of those incidents that just absolutely makes a driver super angry. I have been in this situation many times, regardless if it was me racing in an actual league event or if it was me just racing for fun. I have been in spots like this where I have dominated a lot of the race. I've led some laps. I've been in the top 3, been in the top 5. And then all of a sudden, I just get wrecked. And next thing I know, my whole entire day just shifts. Just like that. So, tough break for the 24 Flat Colt there. Very tough break for him. And now looks like the field will cycle under caution. Gosh, some hard racing in this final stage. Never have I anticipated it. Now looks like the whole field will make their way on the pit road. I've never expected this type of racing. I remember, I'm going to go back to the race cast that Slide Job did on his Twitch a couple of nights ago. And included me in it, and I told the whole people there in that race cast that I wanted to see some more racing, some more intense racing, but man, I never, for one, I only was talking about that closer towards like maybe the last few weeks of the last 2 or 3 weeks before the playoffs began. But we're having racing that is like this, and we still got a ways to go before the last couple of weeks of the playoffs. So this is definitely more than I expected, but I definitely, in this 3rd stage alone, I've had a lot to cover. As I believe that is our 5th caution now for contact in this final stage alone. Now they're doubling up for getting ready for the restart here. Let's go. Let's take a look here at Cheeseburger, who will restart on the inside front row. Back up through the gears they go. Looks like Cheeseburger, he got a heck of a restart there. Timed that one perfectly. Let's take a look at battle for second here, as it is Mr. Slide Job. That is Anthony Lord. That 88 truck. Take a look who is running second. That is T.A. Creech. But we keep our eye on Slide Job just for the moment. Take a look at the battle for the lead here, as T.A. Creech in that 75 truck all over the bumper of Cheeseburger heading into 3. Now he's on the inside. Can he complete the pass? We've rarely seen drivers who complete the pass on the inside. Now there's contact. Looks like T.A. Creech barely got in front, and now he slides up in front of the 85, and he will complete the pass. As they finally fan out, looks like everybody has calmed down. That was just insane, dude. Absolutely insane. These past few restarts have been intense. Let's take a look now. Battle for second there, heating up. That is T.A. Creech in the lead. Your top 3, Creech, Cheeseburger, and Slide Job. Take a look here. We keep an eye on the 85 truck of a Cheeseburger. Here comes Slide Job on the inside. Can he complete the pass? Yes, as the 85 gets in the wall. Now Slide Job will shift out front, and the 85 of Cheeseburger now losing positions. Looks like he might be able to hang on to third place here. Just some good racing. These past 3 restarts have been insane. More contacts. Looks like that was the 71 of Cross Me Daddy into the wall there. 3 wide as they enter turn 1. Just some good racing, man. Just some good racing all around this track. Wow. This is so epic. I don't think I've ever... my throat is killing me, dude. I have caught so many events that have happened on this track. As we take a look at the battle for the lead here. 75 and the 88. That is T.A. Creech and Mr. Slide Job, who you're viewing right now. I'll keep an eye on this 2-way battle for the lead here for a good while. It is T.A. Creech out in front. Now the 88 truck trying to get something going. Looks like Creech may have gotten in the wall just a hair, heading into 3 there. Here comes Slide Job. Took a peek on the inside, thought better of it, tucks in behind him. They enter turn 1. Slide Job in T.A. Creech's draft. What will Slide Job do as they enter turn 3? Well, he looks like he'll stay in the draft there. Now he peeks low to the inside just a little bit, trying to get something going, but T.A. Creech now just hanging tough, just making that high line work. Side job, he just hasn't been able to get past him yet. Well, we're going to step back here for just a couple minutes, but I will keep it on this battle stop. But you don't miss a thing for the battle for the race lead. I will be right back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere as we go NASCAR side by side. Back here at Kansas Motor Speedway, or Kansas Speedway, same thing, for tonight's running of the Digital Alley 250, powered by Evo HD. Looks like they will make their way on pit road. I apologize about that message that popped up. I'm not going to open it right now, but take a look at Creech and Slide Job as they hit pit road yet again. They had just a quick recap for these two as Slide Job makes his pit road stop. They were the 75 and the 88. They were fighting hard for the race lead. Slide Job was in second, but he was trying to look a lot of different ways. He was trying to look high. He was trying to look low. He was doing everything and anything he could just to get past 75. And now they came into the pits, 1 and 2, and now they will leave the pits, 1 and 2. Oh, Slide Job spins out, trying to get off of pit road. Oh, now Slide Job with a ton of damage to the left front. Man, tough break for the 88. That was totally not expected for that to happen. Slide Job now, now he has some damage to try to work with. Hopefully it's not too severe that he'll have to come back in the pit road. And it looks like, yes, it looks like it is going to be that bad to where he will have to come back on the pit road. Now Slide Job once again hits pit road. Man, just a tough break for him. Let's take a look to see who's leading. Looks like it might be Creech. Let me see. I believe that is a 75. That is T.A. Creech. I believe he is once again leading. He's won stage 1 and he's won stage 2. Can he complete the triple threat? The triple threat sweep is what I'm going to call it. Can he complete the triple threat sweep and win this race? He's won, like I said just a second ago, he's won stage 1, he's won stage 2. Now it is 75 of Creech who has a tremendous lead. About a, well, looks like maybe about a 4-second lead. Like a good 4-second lead, something like that. I don't know. But he has a big gap. 2 seconds, put it that way. There's a 75 truck. Through turn 1 and 2. Heading into 3 and 4. I don't know how many laps are left, but I know that as long as I keep it on T.A. Creech, he will have this thing in the bag. And we will keep it on We will keep it on T.A. Creech throughout the rest of this race. And we want to say once again, for those of you who are just joining, we have had a wicked filled third and final stage here in tonight's race. So let's just have a quick race recap of what happened thus far. Stage 1 went by pretty well. I can't speak tonight. Not that many incidents in stage 1. And you're looking at the guy who won that first stage, T.A. Creech, who has went on to win stage number 2. And then when the job of the green flags waved for the final stage, that is when the intensity level started to pick up. We've had, in this race alone, we have had, during the third stage, obviously not counting the stage 1 and stage 2 cautions, but for the start of the third stage, we have had already 5 cautions. 5 cautions for incidents. In this stage alone, in the third and final stage, since the start of it, we have had 5 cautions for incidents. That's just how much the intensity levels have picked up. All these drivers, they want to win. They want to be at the top spot. And I'm sure with 10 laps to go, or heck, even 20 laps to go, they're going to be thinking, I don't care how you feel, or I don't care what you want. If I can take your position from you, no matter, even if it involves a little bit of bumping, then so be it. That's what I'm sure a lot of these drivers are thinking right now. If you're one of these drivers who is thinking, okay, I need some valuable stage points, then you are going to do anything you can, even if it involves getting into the guy in front of you just a little bit, to stop his momentum, to slow him up, to push him up the track. You will be willing to do anything. And let me tell you what, guys. Once the time comes that we enter the first round of the playoffs, you just wait until then, because I'm telling you, I guarantee you it'll get a lot more intense. Tonight was pretty intense alone, but let's just say, once the playoffs hit, I will need somebody else with me, like 2 other announcers, other than myself, to cover a lot of the action. I was supposed to announce with another guy named Atlanta Racing, but then when I joined a Slide Jobs party, Atlanta Racing bailed. I heard, so I messaged him. I sent him a couple of party invites, and as well as 75 makes his way on the pit road. But he was supposed to announce with me, but I don't know why he just decided to bail. I don't know why. But once again, I have been calling all of this action by myself. Let me tell you what, guys, it is not as easy as it seems. I have been flipping through different drivers. My voice is about gone because I've yelled so much from wrecks that have happened before my eyes. I've called so many incidents on the racetrack. I've been talking a lot about where people are running on the track. I've talked about the consistency at this point. I've talked about all those things. And when you do that by yourself, it is not as easy as you guys think. Believe me. I've had to work like a dog just to try to get as many of this stuff covered as much as I can. People have said I've done a great job of it, and I'm not going to disagree with them. But like I said, it is a hard job when you do it by yourself. So, but anyway, with that being said, T.A. Creech in the 75 truck just got done with his, what I believe will be his final pit stop of the night. Cycling his way, just picking back up speed across the start-finish line. Let me tell you what, guys. We have been in this race for 81 minutes. 81 minutes. Now 82. Let me tell you what, guys. Things are going to get very intense very quick. We are going to step away for just a couple of moments for another commercial break, but stay tuned as NASCAR takes you side by side. We will be back in just a couple of moments. Don't go anywhere. Back here at Kansas Motor Speedway for tonight's running of the Digital Alley 250 powered by Evo HD, as we are winding down the closing laps of this race, as we have I don't know how many laps there are to go. I asked a Slide Job when he hit pit road how many laps to go, and he said not sure, I had to leave. So sorry guys, but I do not know how many laps we have remaining. However, I do know that T.A. Creech will probably cycle back out front after everybody has completed their stops. There goes Ace Petty exiting turn 2 after hitting pit road. So we have a couple of viewers now who are just joining us. So I know I said this before, but we have a new viewer. So first off, I want to say welcome to my stream. Let me just give you a quick race recap of what happened thus far in tonight's Digital Alley 250. We have had a great stage 1, smooth sailing. T.A. Creech, the guy who you're looking at right now, won stage 1. Stage 2 comes along, really no incidents on the track, smooth sailing once again. T.A. Creech won stage 2. During the third and final stage, there was just complete chaos, especially on the restarts. We had 2 wide contact, we had 3 wide, we had 4 wide racing, even at times. during these restarts and a couple of laps following those restarts. Again, I've said this before, I said this already, but I think it's just because the intensity levels have picked up. Because every driver wants to win this race. Every driver wants to win a race at some point. Because a win, and you're automatically in the playoffs. So, that puts a lot of pressure on these guys' minds. It makes them think, okay, I need to do this in order to get a great finish tonight. Or, okay, what strategy am I going to play on pit road or off pit road to try to help me get this many more spots? During the All-Star Open a couple of weeks back for the Trucks at Eldora, I believe we had a driver. I could be wrong, but I believe we had a driver either win or get second due to gambling strategy for the pits. They weren't running up front most of the race, but what got them that great finishing spot was pit strategy. Sometimes that can help you. For the real world racing, we saw Brad Keselowski right here at Kansas in the year 2012, I believe, his championship year. He had to pit, but instead he realized he had a few laps left. So you know what he went ahead and tried to do? He went ahead and started saving fuel. Brad Keselowski started saving fuel, and that's what ended up getting him the win right here at this very track. So T.A. Creech just came off of pit road a few laps ago, so obviously I believe he will not have to be doing any fuel saving, but I believe he is out front. I don't know. Let's cycle through a couple different drivers here. Let's take a look. Never mind those two. Here comes Cross Me Daddy. As he hits pit road, some front end damage, as well as some side damage. As he comes in to make potentially his final stop of the evening. Take a look at Little Uzi. As he's had quite a eventful night. You see all the damage that he sustains from those past incidents. Excuse me, on the restart. Just completely not his, as far as getting involved in incidents. You see all that damage on his right side there in the front end of his truck. Not what he was hoping for, but hey, he's doing the best he can. And if he can finish this race, he will still get some points from the night. So let's give a shout out to Little Uzi, just for all the hard effort that he's done, and as well as putting up with some of the incidents that he's been involved in here in his final stage tonight as he makes his way on pit road. Okay, looks like Slide Job. I don't know what's going on. He was in this race earlier. Did he leave? No, I think he's on pit road. Let's keep an eye on him real quick. I'll stay on him for just a couple minutes. I was wondering if he was. He's on pit road, but did he? Here comes Creech, and I was wrong. There goes Creech in that yellow 75 truck. He had to make his way on the pit road again. There goes Little Uzi there on the right side of your screen. And Slide Job, I don't know why it's taken him so long. I think he disconnected from the race. I could be wrong, but with, taking it this long, yeah, I believe he quit. I believe he disconnected. I don't know, but yeah, I believe he did. So let's move on to some of the guys who are running laps around this racetrack. Let's take a look at just Pooh Bear. Haven't really talked about him that much tonight. he has been involved in a couple of incidents on these on those restarts earlier in the going. But needless to say, let's give him a shout out as well. He's been trying his hardest, and it's, like I said about the other guy, I forgot his name already, dang. But if just Pooh Bear could just finish this race, he will get some stage points. Well, he'll get some points for the whole race, obviously, but yeah, let's give a shout out to him, man. He's done everything he could to try to do the best he can in this race. So let's take a look at a Jersey Devil, that 53 Eris truck, Eris and Ream, as he works his way behind Cross Me Daddy. "91 minutes in this live stream, and I have never been this exhausted already. This is only like the 5th broadcast I've done for announcing, and I have never been this exhausted already. I've called a lot of stuff. I've covered just a tremendous amount of stuff. So look at the 30 check of Butter Burton as he just completes another lap, heading into turn 1 there. Take a look at Ace Petty who hit pit road. There's Libert, 58, and that green machine, the green Hornet Mountain Dew paint scheme. Here's a look at Georgia Racer 87, who had heavy contact in one of those incidents a few laps following one of the restarts, in which he slammed one of the walls, and you obviously see the results of that. He has a lot of front end damage. He obviously fixed it on his screen, but obviously for some reason this screen doesn't remove the damage. But obviously he has to make repairs. But you can just see from the damage that he's had before he made those repairs, you can see how bad his front end is. The whole splitter is messed up. The back end of his truck. So he has had a pretty interesting night. Let's just put it that way. An interesting night throughout this race. But again, kudos to him for still managing to try to do the best that he can despite all that. Take a look at T.A. Creech once again. Led a bunch of laps early in the not early in the going, but midway through this race. He might be out front still, I don't know. As Creech works his way out of turn 4 for another time. Excuse me. My apologies for that. So we take a look. We're still on T.A. Creech. That's only because he might be out front once again. I can't tell. But I wish, the thing that sucks about this, about doing these live streams, honestly, is that I can't tell who is actually in what spot. You see, look at his name, T.A. For those of you who are still viewing right now, look at T.A. Creech's name, where it says now viewing in the bottom left corner of the screen. There should be like a spot on to the right side of that where it says which position he is in. Like, obviously first, fifth, second, whatever. I wish they had that on here, because then I could call some stats I can call where people are actually running as far as position-wise on the track. And I could be able to announce the ending of the race while being the leader and calling out the winner as he crosses the finish line. But unfortunately, they don't have it. Hopefully for the next heat that comes out. I heard there's already talk about Heat 5 up and running, so hopefully in Heat 5 there will be that feature. I hope so. So anyway, Tia Creech just crossed the start-finish line there once again as it now looks like the race might be done. Yep, I think the race just concluded, folks. So be sure to stick around for post-race interviews. That'll be coming up here in just a few minutes. Good run for the 75 truck as I just get a party invite, so we'll jump into them. Howdy, folks. Who won? T.A. Creech did? Alright, well that's good. So I figured, I'm not really starting interviews right now, but Tia Creech, congratulations. That was a solid performance. Alright, Slide, I'll be still on the party.
Oh, he's gone.
Okay, well, Creech paused the race. I guess I'll just go down a list of people who are still in the lobby. He wants me to do post-race interviews this time all by myself. So let's start with little Uzi. So Uzi, you were just getting consistent lap time, not maybe lap times, yeah, but you were running around the track. You finished the race. You got some decent points, I'm pretty sure, after the race concluded. What was it like on your perspective tonight? Good job to you, Creech. Kudos for you for getting those valuable points after the race and just sticking it out. Good job. Moving on to Cross Me Daddy. So you were, I recall at one point in the race, you had that epic battle with Slide Job, or whoever it was you were racing with. But you guys were just not letting each other have it easily. Tell me, what was your perspective from tonight's race like? Okay, thank you, Cross Me Daddy. Let's go on to Just Pooh Bear. First off, before I get into I can't speak, how your perspective was for tonight's race, I recall watching a lot of those restart mishaps in that final stage there. Let's get into that real quick. What was your take on from those incidents after the restarts? Yeah, the wrecks following the restarts. Yeah, because that was definitely a lot of chaos in the laps following those restarts. But anyway, let's get to your overall night of your race. Tell me how you felt. You're going to do better as the races go on, man. Good job. Let's go to Ace Petty. Um, Ace Petty, I don't know where you finished, but I do know I'm seeing right now you qualified third fastest after this race, so he obviously had a pretty fast truck. Tell me how your night went.
Well, yeah, we started from the back and stayed there most of the race, and I brought out my casino colors, and notoriously I like going for it all, so I tried to time, after those streak of yellows, I tried to time it to see if I could do one less pit stop and maybe hold off and maybe get a top five, and I was about 4 or 5 laps short, so I tried saving, didn't quite work out, and fell to the back, but I was really hoping to stretch something out. Didn't really have that good of a truck. Maybe I just squeaked out a lap in that draft, but other than that, it seemed kind of slow. So I just tried to make use of it, see if I can get a fuel top five or maybe a fuel win if things went my way. But there's other hands to play, so we'll just wait till next week.
10-4 on that. Good job for tonight's race.
Thank you.
Okay, did I already interview a devil? Okay, sorry.
Talk was good,
So
dude. Fuck
Jersey
off.
Devil, Jersey Devil. Okay, so I've seen that you were involved in a couple of those wrecks. Just a couple of them. Tell me. First off, I'm sorry that happened, but just tell me your overall night of tonight's race. Well, keep trying, Jersey Devil. I guarantee you'll get it one of these times. Thank you for your time. Me too. All right. Moving on to, I think that concludes the rest of them except T.A. Creech. Let's go down the victory lane as T.A. Creech comes out of his race truck, the champagne flying, the confetti going everywhere. T.A. Creech. T.A. Creech. You had a dominant night, man. Just an all-out, just that reminded me of a two-person MMA fight, and where one of the fighters just knocks the guy out cold. That's what you did basically in this whole race. Tell me, first off, congratulations. Secondly, what was your night like in perspective and getting all those valuable playoff points? So with this win in the bag, you obviously are locked into the playoffs. So tell me what your attitude is as you guys get closer each week to the playoffs. Absolutely, man. Great dominating performance. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Absolutely, man. You're going to do even better in Cup next year. So looking forward to that. Congratulations and thank you for your time. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this live stream real quick. So anyway, a really great, dominating night for TA Creech. Some great racing all around the track. Just an eventful night. We had a heck of a third and final stage with all those wrecks. A lot to cover there for sure. But thank you guys so much for watching.